Sam Bankman-Fried is on trial for one of the biggest financial frauds in human history, allegedly. Today I'm going to summarize every main character in the SBF trial as efficiently as possible, so grab a seat, send this video to a friend, and let me know down below in the comment section who I missed. Caroline Ellison. She will take the stand against SBF as Sam's ex-coworker, ex-lover, and a key part of Sam's inner circle. Caroline can speak to the relationship between Alameda and FTX, as well as the amount of FTT crypto tokens held by both companies. Alameda Research, the sister company to FTX, as they were both founded by Sam Bankman-Fried. Alameda is a crypto trading firm that is alleged to have co-mingled funds with FTX, which would have been wildly illegal. Co-mingling funds, a term you may hear a lot. The allegation is that when customers would deposit their funds into FTX, Alameda would then take those funds to leverage trade to enrich the founders. Gary Wang, another co-founder of Alameda Research and FTX, and Sam's right-hand man, Wang served as CTO for both firms. And Gary's testimony could be devastating to Sam's case, because as childhood friends who met in high school, also later shared a dorm in college at MIT, Gary has already pleaded guilty to fraud, has already taken the stand against Sam, and admitting in court this week that they withdrew unlimited amounts of funds from FTX customers. And we gave special privileges to Alameda Research on FTX, which allowed it to withdraw unlimited amounts of funds from the platform, and we lied about it to the public. Nassau, Bahamas, another term you'll probably hear. This is where FTX was based, and according to a post made by Caroline back in 2021, the company's move to the Bahamas was due primarily to the friendly regulatory environment and a government that was cutting back on red tape. Sam's luxury penthouse. This is how business and pleasure were allegedly mixed. Sam lived in a $40 million luxury penthouse with 10 other FTX Alameda executive employees, including Caroline, Gary Wang, Nishad Singh, where it's been reported that the group engaged in polyamory, pills, and all dated each other. Nishad Singh, another early hire at Alameda who will testify against Sam. He joined the company back when it had only 4 other employees, and Nishad served as the director of engineering at Alameda, and then became the head of engineering at FTX when it was launched. And I will say, Singh was reportedly one of 3 people who controlled the keys to FTX's matching engine. Like Ellison, he pleaded guilty in February this year to 6 criminal charges, including fraud, conspiracy, and is testifying against Sam. Now let's talk about defense witnesses, people testifying in support of Sam, but the last 2 individuals of note that are testifying against Sam as expert witnesses. Andrea Vandermeer. Andrea is an economist specializing in complex regulatory investigations of financial markets, meaning as an expert in financial regulation and market risks, she may provide insight into how Bankman-Fried and his inner circle allegedly conspired to violate federal securities and commodities law. She may also attest to the impact of FTX's collapse on the broader financial markets. Peter Easton, another expert witness, will testify against Sam. Peter will provide an overview of Alameda Research and FTX's financials. Peter's testimony will discuss how customer funds were held and whether balances in actual bank accounts matched balances in FTX's internal ledgers. Let's talk about defense witnesses who will testify in support of Sam. By the way, like the video if you're getting value. Tom Bishop, a corporate consultant in Sam's corner who specializes in forensic investigations and accounting issues. His court disclosure does not reveal much about his planned testimony, except that he may offer insight into calculations of financial figures and metrics for FTX and Alameda based on publicly available documents and records. Defense attorneys say that they will call Bishop up to rebut possible DOJ testimony if needed. Joseph Pimbley, a financial consultant called as an expert in financial risk management. In his testimony, he may tell the jury that FTX's software infrastructure had insufficiently robust reporting and insufficient testing and quality assurance of data integrity and code, meaning he would say it wasn't Sam's fault, it was the technology's fault. Sam was just in over his head. And defense attorneys say that they intend to call him to counter testimony from Wang and Singh. Andrew DeWoo, a professor of finance and technology at the University of Michigan, he'll just explain to the jury how complicated crypto and blockchain is, and again, it was the technology's fault, not Sam's. Now here's three people that we're not hearing from, but who we really should be. Sam Trabucco. He was co-CEO of Alameda with Caroline Ellison, but stepped down in August of 2022, only a few months before the exchange would collapse.
In terms of my motivation, I like Alameda is like a super intense place that I really, really enjoy being at. And the problems they're working on are super interesting. I really love all the people there. But it's like an intense enough that it was intense enough for long enough for me that I essentially just got like classically burnt out. And that happened. I like on some level that happened like years ago, and I've sort of been like treading water ever since in terms of tending to mental health or whatever. I just felt like the burnout and like continuing to be in such an intense environment wasn't really working for me anymore.
Per FTX court filings, it was revealed that he did buy a $2.5 million yacht earlier that year. And many suspect he's in international waters watching this all. Dan Friedberg, FTX's chief compliance officer. He has a history of being tied to fraud. He was previously tied to an online poker website that was caught up in scandal, in which an estimated $20 million of funds were misappropriated, and where he reportedly told an ally to put the blame on an unnamed consultant to the company, meaning steal the money, blame it on a patsy, and get off scotch-free. I don't know why FTX would want a person with this type of history as their compliance officer, and although he is not confirmed to be testifying against Sam, last November he reportedly provided details about FTX to federal prosecutors. Ryan Salami, a co-CEO of FTX's Bahamian subsidiary called FTX Digital Markets, he became the fourth highest ranking official within SBF's inner circle, pleading guilty to federal charges after accepting a plea deal this fall. SBF's parents, currently being sued by FTX, accused of stealing $26 million in gifts and property. Now, some people do believe SBF's parents were really the ones pulling the strings. Even SBF's father once called FTX a family business, per court filings. And then, of course, Sam Bankman-Fried himself, founder of FTX Exchange and Alameda, who is currently being sued criminally for the collapse of his crypto empire. To stay updated on this trial, click subscribe. We drop a video every single day. You do not want to miss one. By the way, full credit goes to Ian Allison, a CoinDesk reporter who first broke this story. He broke this story back in November 2022, which led to the public finding out the truth about FTX.